The warm welcome from my teammates and everything like that. Was out in the spring, back now. It's exciting to be with the team and everything. Just having a fun time during fall camp and at Platteville. It was definitely a cool experience to go into a place, just being with my teammates, really grinding it out. And they've all welcomed me in. Coach Brown's a great coach. Coach Fix creates a great mentality for the program. And I'm just happy I'm here. So.
What stands out about Coach Brown? What stands out about Coach Brown?
He's just a really cool guy, really down to earth. He has all of our backs at the end of the day, and it's really cool. Just he's with us on the field. He'll show us routes. You know, he's a young dude, played the game, played our position, so he knows what to do, and he's seen looks before. So it's good having a coach like that that can really just show you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Bryson, people have been talking about you appear bigger and stronger than a year ago at this time. I don't know what they listed you, like 205 at Oak State, 215. Has that been a big part of what you've tried to do here, is put on a little bit more bone?
I would just say during the off season I couldn't do much, so just be in the weight room 6 days a week, and whether it's band work, weight room, and just letting the guys and watching the plays and learning the playbook and being ready for the spring so I can be healthier and do what I can do and help the team how I need to help the team.
And you killed a drum in Platteville.
Yeah. It was my first time on the drum. It was a cool experience. I think they warmed it up for me before I broke it. But
What attracted you to come here?
I would say, of course, the atmosphere at Wisconsin. I grew up in Minnesota for a very short time. Not a short time, about 10, 13 years. I'm from Woodbury, Minnesota. Then moved to Dallas, Texas, and did high school at Allen. And just being up here, my brother went to Minnesota. I know the rivalry, I know the mentality, and then on top of that, just Coach Fitt coming here, and then Coach Longo and Coach Brown. So.
Some weeks ago talked about trying to recruit you and your brother, and he told us a story about when was the last time you didn't play? High school or before then?
Since kindergarten. I have a twin brother, so ever since I started football, I played football with them. I left my apartment last, I think, January, my apartment with him, and then came straight up here. So it's my first time being away from him, but I always face him every single day. And he's having a great fall camp, so I'm excited for him.
Is it a little weird that you guys are going to be separated for the first time in a long time?
It's a little weird. We're getting used to it. We both have the same goal at the end of the day, which is the NFL, and I think we're both going to do a great job doing that, and we cheer each other on from the sidelines. So.
What was your assessment of the other top 5 guys? I got a close look at them in the spring, but the talent level that the 6 of you have with you in the mix.
I think it's going to be having 6 guys that you can rotate just like that. Every single one of us can make plays. So it's a real cool atmosphere having guys. I catch a ball, Chim catches the ball, CJ catches the ball, and someone can just sub right in, and we can do the same thing over and over and over again. Having depth at our receiver is so important, and people don't understand that, because if you have guys that can do the same thing over and over, and the defense can't change guys, we're going to be fresh the whole entire game. So
you guys all have to buy into the idea that you may have to split some snaps in order to get other players in the field?
Yeah, but in this program and in the wide receiver room, we're more worried about winning games. I like winning games. If I'm winning, I'm having fun at the end of the day. So, I really won't complain.
How is Seth just handling that W on your chest, and have you sent him any Badger gear yet?
I tried to give him some Badger gear when I was home in May, but he wouldn't put it on. But he actually came with me on my visit here, and right when the portal was about to close, and he actually advocated for me to come here. He thought it was a great atmosphere, a great fit for me as a player. And he wouldn't lie to me, even though he doesn't like the school too much, just because it's a little rivalry. But he really advocated for me to go here, and I think I made the right decision.
Did that surprise you to hear? And what did he just say about why he wanted you here?
He just thought it would be a great fit, and he's straight and narrow. Even though big rivalry, he's gonna say either it's gonna be a good fit or a bad fit. And he talked to the coaches, asked questions that I didn't even ask, or he thought in his head, and he thought, maybe if I can ask these questions, these hard questions, and I feel okay with my younger brother going here, then it's a good fit for him.
You run a pretty explosive offense at Oklahoma State. What are some of the differences between that offense in Stillwater and this one here in Madison?
I would say there's little tendencies, little differences, but I do say being in the tempo offense there has prepared me for this tempo offense here. And just coming back out here, I know I was a little late to the party and things like that, but I think that really helped me just tempo-wise and conditioning-wise.
How good does it feel just to be finally back out on the field and playing?
Man, I came here to play football and do school. I'm about to graduate soon, so, school's always first. But it feels good to be back on the field. I always have a smile on my face when I get to do what I love. So.
So during the spring, just what exactly happened that made you miss out on like the team periods and whatnot?
I got injured one of the last games of my Oklahoma State career, so I didn't play in the bowl game. And I went down the bowl game with my team. Loved those guys to death. But I'm back healthy now and good to go 100%.
There's a lot of people that are understandably excited about this program and everything that's new about it. Internally, what are expectations and what's realistic in year one of a brand new era?
I would say brand new era, just expect a fire mentality. We're all one team, compete, effort and attitude, and we're all going to bring it every single day we come to practice and game days. So.
You said growing up in Minnesota, what did you know about the history of Wisconsin receivers or this program before you came here?
I mean, I didn't know too much. I knew Altoon. That was really about it. But I didn't know too much about like the depth. I knew, of course, running backs, Monte Ball, you know, all those guys, and growing up, Jonathan Taylor, you know, so just that kind of that atmosphere. But I didn't really know too much about Wisconsin. I was more New Minnesota, the Gophers. But you know, I feel like I'm at the better school now, so you know I can't complain.
Did Minnesota recruit you coming out of high school?
They did. They were my top 5. My brother went there. I took a bunch of visits there. I saw them all the time, but I didn't think it was going to be as good as a fit as my other school and this school. So.
What was the injury? Was it a shoulder injury?
A lot of your teammates and coaches have talked about your strength and your physicality. Is that always something that you've prided yourself on?
Yeah, growing up with my older brother and having a twin brother, you know, you always getting little scuffles and things like that. And older brother Seth is 5 years older than us, so just trying to compete with him all the time, I think that's where it kind of stemmed and came from. And just, you know, sometimes you're not as fast as someone, or maybe you're not as, you know, elusive as someone. So if you go hard every single play and use your body to your ability, I think that's what makes a player.
When you're considering Wisconsin, when you're in the transfer portal, was there any questioning about the feasibility of production at the wide receiver spot with just, I know there was a new offensive coordinator coming in, but also just the reputation of running back, O-line you here?
I really just picked the best fit for me. So just thinking best fit wise, I think we're going to throw the ball a lot. I think we're going to run the ball a lot, but I think we're also going to win a lot. And, you know, again, winning's a big thing to me. And I think coming into this atmosphere with a coach that's really about that and a team that's really about that, I think is what really attracted me.
Bryson, you mentioned graduating soon. Do you plan to be here 1 year? Is it going to have to see how it plays out? What's your thought process?
I plan to be here as long as, you know, God has a plan for me. So.
I know at the time, you weren't thinking about transferring to Wisconsin, I'm guessing, but when you travel to that bowl game and watch them play, and I know the coaching staff's completely different now, what were your impressions of the Badgers on that night in Phoenix?
First of all, I would say O-line is a lot bigger in the Big Ten than the Big 12, but you know, I would say I really didn't even know I was going to Wisconsin until I really came home and then explored my options. I would say they stood out to me that they played hard. All the guys were together. The defense was really, you know, active and strong and all that. But I really didn't make that decision until I sat down with some of these coaches, sat down with Coach Brown, and then Coach Long I've known for so long. I think that's what really played like a huge role into my decision.
Thanks, Bryson.
All right, appreciate it.